Hello, hello, hello. Good day. Welcome. Kia ora, kia ora, malo, and
Hello.
greetings and welcome and wherever you come from. I wish I knew how to say hello in every language. But anyway, welcome back to another reading with Susie and Ricky with Pink Diamond Guide. Just before we start,
An
with an
apology.
apology, with
Mm,
it was not a technical glitch again, but we've had a bit of a mishap and we've uploaded to a previous reading again, so it's been uploaded twice. But we have sorted that out. We did a reading last night, and now it's uploaded there. If you've missed
it's
it,
up there
it's
now.
there now.
So if you
So,
clicked on this morning and you saw the same reading with a
and you
different
thought,
title,
oh, deja vu. Well, guess what? It was.
little bit. We're so very sorry. We're so very sorry. There was like 100 people who had clicked on before. Thank you, Joni, for the heads up that I'd made that mistake, and we fixed that up. So the right title, right video is up there now. If by chance you clicked on, you were the unlucky 100 who clicked on and got the same video twice. Okay, that said, I have had an interesting energy day. Um, Lots of things going on because we've got this Lions Gate coming up, which we've been talking a lot about. But what I've been really sort of feeling and leaning into is there's a bit of preparation going on before we get to that Lions Gate so that everybody's ready for it. And I've really been pushing that it's an ideal time to sort of get into your meditation and really be prepared to take advantage of those energies. And today I took our car to the car wash, and by chance we drive a Holden, which is an Australian brand of car that has its symbol
Was
is,
Australian.
I was Australian, yeah, before it dismantled, but they have a lion as the symbol of their car. And there I am at the car wash, and it didn't escape me, but the car in front of me was also a Holden. And I was like, oh, this lion's getting a bath. And that like hit me, the lion's gate. It's going to be some level of cleansing.
The
Because for
lion's
me,
having a bath.
yeah, yeah. Because water is, I connect water with the Holy Spirit, or this idea of a spiritual force that connects us all. And then, and why are you laughing at me?
Sorry, I just cracked myself up.
This
The
could.
lions are lying around.
Anyway, this the number plate of the car in front of me was actually 88. Why me? And I was like, oh, that's a little bit profound. So here they are in a car wash, and the number plate is 88, which is representative of the Lions Gate. Their car is a Holden with a lion badge, and then the number plate said, "Why me?" And I was like, "Oh, this is a thing. This is going to be a doozy for anyone." And the Lionsgate energies have already started opening, and people are starting to feel that energy hit upon them. But the other thing that's also occurring is the North Node in conjunct with Uranus, and also North Node in Taurus. So it's like that's the North Node is all about destiny, and like Taurus and Uranus have got really sort of combative energies. Really, when you look at them, like Taurus is very grounded and stable and steady, and Uranus is all about forward progress and can even be described as rebellious at times. So you've got these two polarizing energies playing out under on the North Node, which is connected to the Moon and where it's placed with the Earth's orbit. I'm not an astrologer, just so you know. I study what other astrologers do. I don't actually study the astrology myself. But the North Node is connected to destiny, and here we've got this big push-pull with Taurus and its grounded energies, and Uranus and it's kind of like that rebellious or that fast-paced, that forward momentum energy. So for mine, I'm trying to sort of think of a really apt way to describe what these energies are going to do. And I think essentially it's what happened in the car wash. It's designed to get you ready for the Lion's Gate. And this why me energy is going to be, there's like a cleansing in the car wash. We're going to go through a spiritual cleansing before we actually get to the Lion's Gate, so we can make the most out of what's going on. So I would expect there to be some more turbulence play out in the lead up, where you might feel this push-pull, where sometimes you feel really, really quite settled, and then you'll feel this wave of forward progress or something coming up connected to your destiny to try and get you on track. So I thought we could read about that today. Let's leave the astrology aside now that we've kind of explained where it's going, and go, what is the push-pull? What is the clean out? What is the cleansing leading up to the Lion's Gate? And see how we can best prepare to make the most of that energy. How does it affect the Divine Feminine? We read from that aspect because that's who we talk to the most, our lovely Divine community. We do have Divine Masculine in there as well, and we will draw some cards and see what's going on that side. And then we'll draw some Divine Love Oracle to pull the reading together.
Roger. We got you, masculines. We got you too.
I don't forget the masculine. I don't.
We're here. We see you.
And you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, let's have a look.
Needs to get louder, masculines. They're loud.
Louder, talk to us. Yeah, let us know what's going on. What have we got first? The Five of Cups. This is going to already be interesting. Yeah, look, the Eight of Pentacles. What have we got next? We've got the Seven of Cups. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Cups. And we've got the Tower. I'm not kidding, am I, Divine Feminine? This is not surprising, is it, what we've got coming out here? I think my camera's a little lower tonight. I'm going to have to make a little more room to fit the cards in. The joys of technical glitches. Are we getting there? We're close. There we go. I think I've got a little lower tonight. Doesn't quite fit. Okay, what have we got from underneath the deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and Temperance under. Oh, I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted. Look at what's come through on that third layer. Look, it is big energies. Let's take these ones. Ten of Pentacles there. The push is, and if you've been watching our past readings, the push is for the Divine Feminine to get that Ten of Pentacles energy. She's mostly walking. The Nine of Pentacles is a very strong, independent, feminine energy. And we talk a lot about it. It feels as though the feminine has got the 9 out of the 10, and the push from the universe here is, I've gone 9 cards down off the bottom of the deck, so I'm digging a little bit there. But to see it there, look, these came through last night, the Ace of Cups and the Temperance card. So when I saw Temperance sitting there, I thought, oh, that's worth a dig. And then to find these two underneath, I go, yeah, this is the push. They want you to have this Ten of Pentacles come around. This is why you're on the journey. This is what you're trying to figure out. How do I get to the point? And see, in this representation, twin flame soulmates, the sun behind them lighting up their day, and the Ten of Pentacles, they've got everything that they need to work together in mission to do what we're here to do, twin flames, raise the vibration of the planet. Here comes the Ace of Cups, which is, again, if you've watched prior readings, I described the Ace of Cups for twin flames as being super connected and understanding what self-love is, what divine love is, and what twin flame love is. We went through this in detail last night, so I won't dive into it too heavily again in this reading. But essentially, to get your Ten of Pentacles, which is having everything you need to walk your mission and your twin flame union, you need to understand this energy of the Ace of Cups. And here, the Temperance card, bringing the divine masculine and feminine into balance. That is the, look, we are, because I work in 3, so this is like 3 levels deep for me. I've taken 9 cards, which is kind of more than I normally do, but it's, look what's in this one. Like, seriously, there she is, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, look, and here this 10 was a deeper layer. Oh, the push is there. High Priestess. I've been doing just some little snapshots lately because I'm really trying to encourage this ideal that the High Priestess brings through messages through channeling, and that you get a 3D representation of it. So what's been happening is I've been doing our channeling at night, bringing through our messages, seeing what's going on with the energy, and then in the day, it's manifesting in my world. And so I've just been recording it as I've been seeing it. I've been recording it and just trying to share with you how spirit talks with me. And you're probably going to say, yeah, I get that happens in my world too. But so I'm going to share those little snippets, like the car wash scenario today. That's exactly how the high priestess works. How I view the high priestess to work is she's the gatekeeper. We bring all this information down from the 5D. We plug into the interface that is the fourth dimension, and we download all this information about twin flame world, and we bring it down through this into our very physical 3D, and we get these messages edified in ways that are very tangible, in ways that you say, I just can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. It's very, very tangible. And the high priestess, that's her job. She's the gatekeeper. She's the one who says, I'm going to bring through the information. Now I'm going to edify it in your 3D world. So spirit, look for them to be giving you messages right now on what the next piece of the puzzle is for you. We're talking about the moon. We're talking about the north node, aren't we? The north node of destiny. And the moon came out last night as an outcome card. And here it is again as a push from the universe. Now, the North Node of Destiny in Taurus is that, it is a very, very grounding energy. And I don't want to get too deep into the astrological terms because I'm not an astrologer. But the energy that behind that push, and you've got the conjunction with Uranus as well, is that you're going to have this push-pull scenario play out. You've got the Taurus energies that are very grounded and stable. And then you've got the Uranus energies, which are much more rebellious or fast-paced or forward-moving. So under these energies of the moon, expect for this river of information to be highly charged. And here you are, Divine Feminine, with you've got your feet fully in the water and your dress is dipped in the water, and you're really connecting with the energies that are coming down from this North Node transit. So for mine, this is like, look for the information to come down through these stations to be able to clear out what is needed for you to continue on your path. And again, I would expect it to be pretty independently the way that this next little transit plays out, that you'll go through this purge and burn process before the Lion's Gate appears. When the Lion's Gate energy is here, feminines who do their work in the lead up will really, my sincerest reflection is that you're going to get a lot out of what this Lion's Gate this year. It just feels like it's action packed. There's so much happening astrologically, and we're focusing on aspects of it as we go, to continue to download them every night and run them off our tongues every night. Just feels like it's too much. So we'll focus on aspects as we go, and this particular aspect should start to clear out anything that feels like it's energy that's stuck in your system. It's going to be a clear out, like the car wash was. You're going to have like a bath, like the car wash was, and the number plate said, "Why me?" So what I'm expecting or suspecting is it might be a little tough to get through. You might have days where you feel like you're absolutely in tune with the universe, because we've got that very grounded Taurus energy, and then you might have days where it feels like the river's running so fast that it knocks you over. So it's going to feel like a push-pull of transiting energy that sort of, this feels grounded and good, the river is nice and calm, I can stand in this. Energy comes down, I'm understanding the downloads, this feels really, really good and calm and wonderful. And then all of a sudden it's going to feel like a rapid. Like the energy picks up really, really quickly, and then it gets calm, and then it gets quick, and then it gets calm, and you're like, I just want to find ground zero. The process or the reason that it's in place this way, and it's a once in a lifetime like setup astrologically. Like, research it. It's very, very special. It's a once in a lifetime transit that should have you, really coming to some serious conclusions and preparing you for what the Lion's Gate energy will bring. I'm gonna call it a cleanup energy, and it might be a plenty of information coming through. It might be a bit of a challenge to get through it, where you feel like I said, sometimes it's calm, then it turns into a rapid. But the idea is it is that you probably will be walking it pretty independently, because underneath here the tens back here. So for mine, you're more likely to be independent through those energies. Here, look, that's what I'm talking about, right? Two of Pentacles, juggling energies. And this time, what I'm going to say, look what you've got here. If we're talking about juggling energies, I'm going to drop that one. That's all we need to say about that. Juggling energies, because we addressed it with the moon, fast-paced and then steady, and then rebellious and then calm. So look what we've got here, right? If we're clearing out energies and we're going, the Eight of Cups is all about moving to a new horizon. This is like you going through the car wash, right? Here you are, you're there's the Lionsgate back there, there's the sun, right? That's what you're heading towards. Here, it feels like the path, oh, there's a steady path of ascension. Oh, there we go. I'm going to cruise on past those cups and onto the Lionsgate. That feels like a steady, even, normal path. It's ascending. It's what I'm meant to be doing. I feel quite calm and peaceful. And then the other energy takes over, or you feel the push of the other energy. What does it look like? The Ten of Swords. It's the suffering. It's the complete opposite of what's going on over here. Do you see how it's like juggling between the two? It's like this one, I've got my act together. I'm moving forward. I'm heading towards the Lion's Gate with all my eggs in a basket. I've got this covered. And then next minute you're going, I haven't got anything covered at all. I'm a mess. I can't pull myself together. I'm not ready for the Lion's Gate. It's like that juggling of energies. And I'm not mocking what these waves of pain feel like, because I know how desperately they knock you over. It's not me mocking at all, and I apologize if it sounds that way. But what I'm trying to get across is how differently these energies feel. This one feels quite peaceful. This one feels quite hectic. It feels like it winds you up, like it challenges you, like it's you rebelling against the journey, like rebelling against the path. And in between here somewhere, you've got to figure out where your destiny is, right? We're headed to the Lion's Gate over here, which will supercharge information. But before we get there, we've got to figure this stuff out. We've got to figure out the path. We've got to figure out, are we moving forward? Are we making steady progress? And then we've got to go, what is this other hectic energy that's coming against me? And which one do I settle into? My destiny's in there somewhere. So you'll feel that push of destiny pushing against you. As much as you feel these ideas of stability and rebellion. I'm going to call them stability and rebellion. That's how I want to phrase them, because they are sort of, they have that juxtaposition, to use an art term. They're juxtaposed to each other. And in there somewhere is figuring out your destiny. So you prepare for the Lion's Gate. You're washed clean, prepare for the Lion's Gate, and you'll be able to receive that higher level of information, that higher consciousness download. So some serious juggling going on under those energies, divine feminine, but you got this, right? Strong, independent, you're 9 out of 10, you're doing everything. The only thing that you've got missing at this point for your 10th pentacle, look, your 10th pentacle is your union with your twin flame. I see you. I know that's the kicker for this one, but you'll never regret your ascension path and doing the work and these pushes that come from the universe. When people say to me, what am I supposed to do next? It's like, you don't have to wait long to find out, because the universe will give you the boot in the bum that you need to figure out the next part of the journey. And Ricky was talking about it last night. He doesn't even know what caused his breakdown to breakthrough moment, but it came upon him.
Oh yeah, it hit me like a ton of bricks.
It's like a ton of bricks. How does it happen? These forces happen. These forces happen. These cycles come around, and enough work is done that it triggers it into the next phase. You don't have to know what's coming next, but you can do everything you can to prepare for it. What is the push against the feminine? Look at this. This one's a kicker, isn't it? 5 of Cups. And we've been talking about this, like these waves of pain coming upon you. So we might, over the next little bit, while these transits play out, if you've got, what did we have here? We had the 8 of Cups and we had the 10 of Swords. That was the very next level. And, in between here somewhere, you've got to figure out your destiny. And right now, your destiny is going, well, isn't this supposed to be bringing me to union? Haven't I done enough already to be in union? But here, excuse me, continues to be a void in between. And we want that void to exist. We want the divine feminine to resist turning into the chaser. See how their backs are both turned? We want to continue to resist turning into the chaser under this current push. If we're still in a purge and burn energy, the number one focus divine feminine has is to feel the pain and get it to move. Get it to move, set the energy free. And I know the biggest temptation you're going to have is to want to turn around and chase. You're going to turn around and go, where are you? What are you doing? Why are we not together? And we look in between. See the Two of Cups in between them there? So we've got them standing upright. We've got a bunch of cups spilt over, which is all the mess that has happened between you. But can you see it might be, see the Two of Cups? And I was talking to you before saying there's a destiny that sits in between them, right? So if we've got these two big energies playing out either side, which is causing this real serious melancholy to play out. And I asked, where's the destiny in between them? Look, it's the Two of Cups. It's their two cups full, right? And in those two cups is that joint soul union. Now, what we want to do is we don't want you to fill that cup on his behalf, divine feminine. The void is important. So what happened, if you've not seen my readings before, or our readings, big pardon, where we explain the importance of the void, I'm just going to go through it very, very quickly. In between the void, we in the runner-chaser dynamic, and where are we going to, let's choose this one, right? If this is you and your twin, and you're in separation, right? And in between, there's a void, but in the void, there's not a nothing. There's a something, your connection, right? You are intertwined. There is a quantum entanglement playing out between the two of you. Now, both of you have to contribute to filling this connection equally. If you don't, somebody's going to be suffering. Now, what generally happens is, this is a pattern. Don't take it. If your situation doesn't play like this, don't shoot the messenger, because this is just a pattern. There's a lot of people in the collective. There's a lot of twin flames going through their individual version of this. So this is an outline, not a cemented outcome for everybody. Generally, the divine masculine splits, right? And leaves the feminine in separation, leaves her in pain. Now, the void in between, you're both feeling the gap, the separation. Now, what the feminine will generally do is try to fill the gap. She'll chase. She doesn't want to feel the void, right? So she'll fill it with all of her energy, all of her thoughts, all of her love, all of her wanting, all of her pain, everything. She will fill the void in between. So what eventually happens is the feminine will exhaust herself fulfilling the void for both of them, and she will stand herself back up, even though she's in pain, even though she's suffering, and she will put the connection somewhere safe. She's put it somewhere safe. She'll let him go over here and do what he's got to do, and she will work her process to come into alignment with the divine. Now, what we want to do is to then have the divine masculine fill the void. She needs to fill it, and she might do a little bit of a run because he's filled the void. And she goes, well, I feel the void is filled. I don't need to pull that all in. And then the ideal outcome is that they both stand up and they fill the void equally. That is the ideal connection for twin flames. Otherwise, a runner-chaser dynamic occurs because you are entangled. This void is not nothing. It's a something. And somebody at all times has to be putting energy into it to not feel the pull. Now, divine feminine, if you fill that gap for your divine masculine, he will never have to turn around and make an effort to fill it, to do his side of the work. Here, he'll never have to take that pentacle down off the shelf and do his bit. If you're going to fill it, he never has to. So stand tall, put the connection there, set your cups out safely where they need to be so that he can feel the void and he can feel his turn to fill the cups. When you feel those cups filling on his behalf, then you'll start getting green lights that it's time to bring these connections into alignment. You might take turns then. at filling the cups until you finally figure out that you both have to contribute evenly to fill the void for these connections to hold. If you're going to avoid a runner and chaser, the void has to be filled evenly. I hope that makes sense. That's a big analogy. But what is triggering the divine feminine right now? We've got you having to hold your ground. There's a wave of pain upon you, and you're having to go through this energy independently. I had you in the Nine of Pentacles over here, wherever we were. Our strong, independent female. There you are, right? But at the moment, on this journey, you're feeling the pull of the melancholy or the distance. You're feeling the separation. Nobody is filling the gap, and this is where the temptation to become a chaser gets very, very intense. And then you've got these big astrological pushes trying to get you, on one hand, to be super stable and follow the path of ascension, and on the other hand, to cave into the Ten of Swords and fill the void. I hope this analogy is making sense, because we want to help each other to work our way through this pain cycle so that you maintain the void, and the divine masculine under these astrological energies will start to figure out that you're doing something different. You are not healing yourself under these waves of pain anymore by filling the void on his behalf. This will trigger a response. It will, but it's going to take some work on your behalf, and this is why the collective exists. It's why Ricky and I are here. If you need to reach out to us because this is getting too much, we will be right here to cheer you on. We will, as much as we can, we will be here to help you get through the toughest of these moments, because the universe is pushing you right now through a wave of pain to learn and grow. What are you going to do, divine feminine? Are you going to hold your ground? My suggestion is yes, you will. The Eight of Pentacles is all about mastery, and I love seeing this come out for you under this current astrological alignment. You know why? The Eight of Pentacles is all the things you could be doing, and you choose mastery. You choose one pentacle and you choose to focus on it. So when all of this juggling comes along and it says, hey, divine feminine, you got two pentacles to choose from, you can either get on with your happy ever after with your Eight of Cups over here. Eight of Cups, look, this is moving on to if this is the sun or the divine, you can move steadily up your path of ascension past any broken cups that are in your way, and you can start to walk with the divine. Or divine feminine, on the other juggle, you can settle down in your suffering. You can chase all day long. But what I see you doing is taking your pentacle and 8. We're talking about Lion's Gate. It's all about 8. You get serious about ascension. You want this information. You want to learn. You want to grow. You want to know why this twin flame journey does to you what it does. Information is power. I'm going to tell you, like from my experience, the way that I was able to most navigate the worst of these scenarios was knowledge. And that's a masculine energy. This, these big emotions are very feminine energies. This taking action, knowledge, doing something, that's a very masculine energy. And you know what it brings about? Balance. Okay, in your soul space, this is where it gets tricky, right? All of these energies have come to the party, all of them. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, and your soul is still trying to filter out which ones to lean in on. She can't quite see what's in those cups, but all of these options have arrived in her soul space. You are getting the turbulence that has arrived for the first half of August is almost insane. It can lead a person to feel crazy and depressed and out of control. Emotions could be spilling out all over the place, and you're asking questions of your destiny, and you're being asked to juggle left and right what it all means. This is a big energy to show up in your soul space. But by the end of the month, there is relief coming. By the end of August, we've got Chiron doing its thing, and we'll dig into that a little bit later, other than to say it is hopeful by the end of August that you'll be through the worst of all of this. Even if the washing clean, ready for the Lion's Gate, should see you through the worst of this pain wave that's upon you. But what's happening in your soul space now is really a bunch of choices, and when all of those conflicting energies arrive upon you. It's difficult to know what it is to do. But this is why I say mastery is such a powerful tool, because you will know what to do. You'll get very, very clear what to do. Now, Neptune going retrograde, I'll have to check the dates of that, but the fog will start to clear with Neptune going retrograde. And then you've got Chiron, the healer, doing its thing when it comes to dance. By the end of the month, you should have clarity. Your big kicker is going, can you keep the void in between time, or will you tip back into chaser mentality and, you know, not get the most out of what this scenario has to offer you? I'm suggesting you're going to do the right thing. The right thing. There is no right thing. What did I say that for? I think you're going to do this. You're going to choose the divine thing. There's no right or wrong. It's all perfect. And if your journey, because I'm the first to admit that, you know, I didn't always choose to stay on the ascension path. Sometimes I just told the divine to go jam it. I had a gutful.
Did you say nothing is always right?
Yeah, it's always perfect. Whatever you choose, it's perfect.
Whatever you choose.
Because reality is right.
100% of the time.
Yeah, that's where you were headed with that thing.
That's where I was headed, yeah.
Yeah.
Stop finishing my sentences.
I could say, stop starting my sentences. What's your challenge? Sorry. Your challenge, check this out, Divine Feminine.
Check it out. Check it out.
Is the King of Pentacles, right? The masculine with the pentacle. I keep reading it this way because like I'm looking for this 9 to the 10. I actually don't see you as have a challenge as getting to work. I see you as have a challenge of going. The way I'm reading it is going, why the freak am I working so hard when I am a strong, independent female? Why am I working so hard for something that doesn't have a guaranteed outcome? Now, the King of Pentacles, he ain't no slouch, right? The King of Pentacles can run a business, can run a show, he can lead, he's in charge. He can run a circus. King of Pentacles can do all of that. Why it comes through as the challenge for you is that you go, see, now I'm at a circus. You've got everything in place that you need. You know how to run the show. And you go, why am I continuing to push so hard? Why am I continuing to fight? Why am I doing all of these things, seeking this knowledge? And this will be one of the options that comes around. Going, do I even bother holding space for this journey? I've got so many other things that I could be doing. Do I get on with my journey of mastery? You know, like the challenge is for mine going, I'm a strong, independent female. Why do I continue to put myself to the task of being a twin flame with no guaranteed outcome? The King of Pentacles works for a known outcome. He knows he'll be successful because he puts everything in place that guarantees it. His outcomes, his ventures, the things that he invests in, more often than not, reliably have an outcome. The work you're doing at this particular time does not have a reliable outcome. If you knew 100,000% without any doubt in your mind whatsoever that this pentacle was going to join these 9 and you and your twin would be walking in harmonious union and you had a set date when it would happen, would any of these things be a challenge to you? They wouldn't. But not knowing what the outcome will be and the divine asking you to walk in his 3 greatest gifts of faith, hope and love, my gosh, you go, is that what it's all about? Am I just meant to sit in faith, hope and love for the rest of my days with no guaranteed outcome that this is going anywhere? I see why that's a challenge. I remember why it was a challenge for me. I went, I'm not a stupid person. I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. But I feel dumb, I feel crazy, I feel stupid. But the ascension journey here, you will never regret taking it. And this is what I used to remind myself. If I get to the end of this journey and it's all proven to be just a big bullshit fairy tale and there's no outcome that's rewarding for me, I will not regret having pursued the ideals of faith, hope and love. I will never regret having understood what divine love is all about. I will never regret understanding how spirit and science work together. none of the things that I've learned on this journey, I look back and go, well, that was dumb for learning that. And whether he was here or not, I still would have gone, um, I'm fine that I learned it. And I mentioned it last night. I said to Ricky, I want you here. I want you on this journey, but I don't really need you. I've learned so much. I'd still be able to walk my
I
mission
don't
by myself.
need you. I want you.
That's what I said. And this is kind of this is what I'm suggesting is what you're feeling. Going, I've done it all. I've learnt it all. I'm like, how much more am I supposed to learn?
Heaps, baby. Heaps.
It keeps going. It does. It keeps going. I promise you, you won't regret continuing to push down your ascension path, even if right now it feels like a challenge because of what you've already achieved in life here. And I want to send a little prayer and a blessing to, our lovely crew who communicate with us. And we do have a number of you who are working single mums, and it feels like it's been a bit of a consistent message coming out across the board this week that you're really trying to pull it all together, and on top of this you've got this big journey. So
you can do it.
You can, we were both working single parents as well, trying to pull it all together.
And I was a single dad, not a single mum.
Yeah.
But I had to play mum, so that's fine.
Yeah. And pulling it all together. So I know I'm shout out to everybody on this journey, absolutely. Yeah. But to those of you who've asked us for a blessing, and you know who you are, who we've been talking to, who are working with your kids and feeling like there's a lot going on as well as your job. Big shout out, big prayers, big blessings to keep working the journey. We see you. And we're here for you, sending lots of love. Okay, so the advice from Spirit, I can't even make this up. Get into meditation. Right? I know the Four of Cups is not the traditionally drawn like this. He's drawn more at sitting at a tree, daydreaming. But the Four of Cups for me was all about, when I drew this card for mine, it was about how the divine was really the dictator of the fantasy space, and it took some real discernment to understand what they were trying to get you to do, or what the next part of the journey is. And it's like, here, look, all these ascension steps, all right, and now look at this. It's like the car wash. Do you see it? Yeah. It's like you're getting washed clean before you move into the next part of the journey. You're getting washed clean, like getting the debris sorted. You're getting the for mine. But look at the outcome though. Like this is why it's like really pivotal that I spoke about what I saw today, because I'm washing you clean. I'm breaking you down to break through. That number plate literally said, "Why me?" It said, "Why me?" And look at this tower. Look at this tower. It's quite literally, why me? So I'm suggesting that these next astrological influence is going to put us into some serious breakdown, the breakthrough moments, and I would suggest it's already begun. So that you have these moments that you feel really good and stable and on track and everything's going fine, and then all of a sudden it hits you again. This might play out for a little bit. It's trying to wash you clean in preparation for the Lion's Gate. I believe this earnestly. I believe that's how this is playing out. Absolutely. Now, so these moments, Tower moments are, they can be difficult, absolutely. But I got to a point where I actually started to go, all right, a Tower moment is upon me. Something's breaking down. I'm going to break through. With all those bricks on the ground, see all of this? You get struck by lightning, or in this case, you get struck by a bucket load of astrological events. And remember, we've been saying it's like this is going to be the alignment was going to feel like I was saying communication on crack. I was saying bonfires. I was saying sparks. Here, it sets it on fire. This is like quite literally breaking down the tower to break it through. And Ricky was talking last night about he didn't even know where this came from when he hit this rock bottom moment, and he didn't know where it come from, and all he knew was that he needed to reach out for help. Now, divine feminine, if you are working in this space, strong and independent, and you're really questioning everything that's going on around you, the collective is here. Don't hesitate to reach out to us if you feel like this moment is getting too much and you just need a cheer squad, you just need a kind word, you just need someone who understands. We'll be here. Reach out. The divine is washing you clean, breaking you down to break you through in preparation for a new download of information. This is getting you on mastery to where you want to go. Okay. Sorry, I've already gone 40 minutes on that. I just feel it's so important, divine feminine. What have we got for the masculine? Again, look, communication. That is, it's Victor. This, I swear, have you got magnets on your fingers?
No.
Like the message is so constant that this, I'm going to call it clumsy communication again. If you get breadcrumbs from your divine masculine under these energies, know that it's probably going to leave you wanting, or it's communication that has some collateral damage. He might feel like he's a level of victorious. Look how he swung his sword of truth there, and here he's got whatever information he's delivered. But look at these ones on the ground. You know, I kind of relating them to truth and justice, because he's got his back turned to, and look here, I'm talking about the water cleansing you. He's got his back turned, and it's like he's really just kind of focusing elsewhere. Oh, I reached out and said, hello, I feel really quite good. But it's like it's probably likely to do more harm than good under this current influence. And that's the push from the universe. The push is for him to reach out and communicate, but it's probably going to be clumsy or even hurtful. Oh, yeah, look, the push is getting stronger, divine feminine. The push is getting, this is one of my big twin flame cards, the three of wands, three of pentacles, beg your pardon. The divine, the masculine, and the feminine, right? Down here, that's the 5D representation, and down here you've got this physical representation where they choose to get on mission together. This strong pillar of going, and see how it's always interconnected, and that's what I was talking to you about sort of up here. If you put this in between and you go, that's what they look like in the physical world as two bodies with their cup of love in between them. But here, if we look at their 5D representation, or what they look like as particles, see how they've got like a, you know, there's not nothing in the nothing. There's plenty going on around them that's keeping them all connected. And this is like, that's what happens in the 5D. But when I see this card come down, especially in this position, which is how they're showing up in the real world, it's a very physical representation of wanting to move into a space of union. Wow, this is a push, isn't it? Oh, divine feminine, hold your ground, darlings. Hold your ground. Let this break down and break through. Continue to push this energy up. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, look. Are you for real? Look. Ten of Pentacles in his soul space. He's feeling it too. He's feeling it too. Yeah, are you for real? You've got the push here of continuing to move down and be strong and independent in the work that you're doing. In his soul space, he's got the magic number, the magic card that I come out and say. This is, if he's going...
Speaking of magic.
Oh, really?
For the challenge.
The magician. Oh, I'm going to pop that there, yeah. So if he's feeling this, and he's giving you some level of representation, wow, I'm going to get this right. I'm going to get this right. In his soul space, he's got the Ten of Pentacles, which means that it's seated for mine. It's seating under this energy. And if what's going on for him is that this push of energy is going, this is a very, very stable energy, right? On one side of his soul space. And this one is more like this would be more like Taurus, or something like an earthbound energy would be more connected to Taurus, whereas this one would be more connected to Uranus if you were going to align the two somewhere, somehow. And go, you know, if he's going to be pulled by both of those sectors, this is like a universal push, this is sitting in his soul space, it's going to cause some degree of cleaning for him, and how he's he's showing up, and for mine it's like it's going, this 5D connection is alive and well, and it's got its pedestal down on the ground with some level of awareness. I would not be surprised at all that the washout of all of this energy is some level of breadcrumb or clumsy communication. It's in the mix. Divine Feminine, do not close this gap just yet. You keep working through your waves, and you hold that void, because that void is triggering this, even though it's clumsy, even though it's not fully there, because look what we've got in the challenge position. We've got the Magician, so he's having trouble transmuting the energy. Even though it's seated, if this is seated in his soul, and this is the push from the universe, it's communicate even if you're clumsy. Come on, brother, communicate even if you're clumsy. Even a word will do. Just a word to know that you have understood, that there's some level of connection, that you're understanding that.
Kept what he's saying.
That, yeah.
Hold it.
Yeah. If you understand this, divine masculine, and you are watching, even if your words come out clumsy, you know, the worst she can do is go, "You're not baked yet, get back in the oven." Get back in the oven. But communication.
I'm not good company.
Yeah. Sorry, your words are still hurtful. Get back in the oven. But tell me that you at least understand we're connected. At least tell me that you understand we're connected. He's having trouble transmuting that. Look, he's having trouble making that make sense. And you're having trouble going, well, why should I continue to be on the journey if you're going to have trouble to make sense? What have you got? Really? Look, this was the next step. This is how it played out for us. This could be how it plays out for you too, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. Look at these swords, and I'll say it again. This is the advice from Spirit. They are receiving the sword through their heart, the sword through their throat, the sword through their crown. I would almost guarantee, I'm not allowed to guarantee on YouTube because it's just, I'm allowed to almost guarantee that you are affecting his sleep space. He's sitting up at night going, what the heck is this? What the heck is this?
It's not stalkerish, but you're just invading his dream space. It's not stalkerish.
It's not much.
Nah.
It's a problem if you go in there at night and actually put a sword through his heart. That becomes a problem. But if you let the divine put these swords through, let them pierce these spaces, these higher chakras, because these are the ones that will activate. Even if it's clumsy, even if what he's doing is taking one of these swords out of his heart and going, hey, what was that? I'm dreaming of you in my sleep and it wasn't comfortable, it wasn't pleasant. However that comes around, he's having trouble transmuting. Whatever this push is, the advice from the divine is going, they are doing everything they can to get this message through. Divine Feminine, you keep doing what you need to do. You're looking, look, see, even how this plays out. Look at this. Divine Feminine, you are looking up and you are preparing yourself for the next level of the Lion's Gate. Can you imagine what this is going to feel like with no preparation? That's how I'm seeing it, right? Without this cleaning, talk about why me? Why me? Why am I having to feel these swords through? Oh, that's how I'm seeing the why me now. It's not you, Divine Feminine. Why me is Divine Masculine. Why me am I waking up in my, why am I waking up with these swords through my heart, my throat, and my crown space? And you're sitting there going, well, because I'm washing clean the troubles of the past. I'm focusing on what I need to do. I'm looking at the divine. See here how she's perched the Two of Cups safely? She's leaving the void in between. See that? I can put these side by side like this. She's looking up. He's looking away. She's got the Two of Cups perched safely in between. And for those of you who don't know tarot so well, or you're wondering why I'm going on about the Two of Cups, I should have made that clear, is that in the minor arcana of tarot, that the Two of Cups is represented as being soulmates. So here the Divine Feminine, she's got her soulmate connection safely put to the side while she moves through her process of being washed clean by the divine, whatever debris that brings up, whatever process she has to put herself through to get ready for this information to descend. it's causing a reaction. She's kept the void, and it's causing a reaction on the masculine. So I would almost guarantee it. I would love to phone some divine masculines right now and go, hey, you sleeping, bro? I bet that there's some level of discomfort in that space. What have we got as a likely outcome? Oh, really? Really, really, really. The Six of Cups, this is coming up a little bit now. The Six of Cups is all about the past coming back around. And look, over here, you've got options, right? In your soul space, you're going, what are my options? What are my options? What are my options? And I'm suggesting to you, if you continue on your path of mastery and your path of ascension, the likely outcome is you are going to kickstart this return. He is being hammered by the divine. He is being hammered by the work that you are doing. Look at it. I just honestly, is he having trouble transmuting it? Does he know what to do with it? Is he probably stalking you, seeing what you're up to, seeing how you're going? Probably. This to me is the flip, it's the return. You've kept the void, you've not turned into the chaser, and you have sparked something here. This Six of Cups is a likely outcome, is the past coming back around. It's a big outcome card for the divine masculine, that one. Look at you, break down to breakthrough, all right? This is a kicker. I know it's probably going to be brutal, divine feminine. You've probably got a minute to go through, but you are kicking this journey off. Look at it. Look at what's come out in this reading. Oh, and we will be here. We're gonna read on this as much as we're gonna offer as much as we can over the next little bit to give you as much support as we can. And however this plays out, hold your ground, because you are alchemizing the process, even though it's a struggle for him. It's happening. Oh, I love it. Is this your six from the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
What have we got? Oh, do I even have to say anything? Oh my gosh.
Say
it. Look, Lionsgate, the star, right? The star, the star that we're talking about,
star.
Right? The Sirius star rising. It's the spiritual sun. And look what happens, this pouring down of divine information. This astrological sequence that we are about to go through, it's going to affect everybody. It's really unlikely that you're not going to experience some level of something through this sequence. And look at this, the King of Swords. He is in charge of his thoughts. He's in charge of his thinking. And you've got the Sun card. So here, we are in Leo, right? Yeah. We have got this Lionsgate energy. You've got the spiritual sun. You've got the physical sun. You have got the King of Swords. He's got his sword of clarity, his sword of focus. He is a man of ideas. He is a man of vision. He is somebody who can cut away crap. This Lionsgate, or this, and the lead up to it, is cutting away crap so that this Lionsgate energy can have its maximum impact. Wow, divine feminine, that's a read. I love that one. What have we got here? Oh, I'm not kidding. You do. You got to take the good and the bad. Reality is going to be right 100% of the time. Look at this. He's going to have the juggle too. So if this is the lower level of energy, what did you have? Oh, see, I've messed them all up. But you had the North Node of Destiny in there too. You definitely had the juggling energy. You had the High Priestess, and you were juggling between the Ten of Swords. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm really clear on what I'm saying here. You were juggling between, what did you have? The Ten of Swords and the Eight of Cups. So that was juggling between moving to the Lion's Gate with on the path of ascension, or whether you're going to get there still in suffering. What has he got to juggle? He's not. The juggling is on the end of it. He's still got this very defensive. It's going to take a bit of resilience and a bit of grit, because look what's going to play out upon him. The Three of Swords. Oh my word. And look at what I said to you down here. Three swords. Do you see it? You see what I'm looking at?
Through the ground.
Yeah, three swords. Is he going to go, oh my God, what is happening to me? What am I doing? How do I fight this off? It's this is a resistant, defensive
I
energy.
want to invade his dreams subtly, just not too much.
Attack.
There's not too much.
3 swords. Attack.
Let the poor man see you.
But I said this. I think I said this last night, and I've definitely said it to you. That for me to what it felt like to break through to you to actually reveal your heaviest heartache. I say to you, like if I had a jackhammer, it wouldn't have had any impact. You were so defensive around letting these deeper emotions.
And then just all of a sudden, mushy, soft.
Vulnerable, which is such a beautiful quality. I bet divine feminine, like if they've got some, and definitely comment on what you think about masculine vulnerability when they let you see this, when their defenses come down, right? And it's probably going to take a jackhammer. No, it's not going to take a jackhammer. It's going to take 3 swords through the heart. In his sleep. We're going to take him down in the 5D.
She definitely came to me in my sleep. Man.
I did.
Oh my God.
Yep. And Ricky was in my dreams as well.
Stalking.
A little bit. But here, the juggling, look at what he's juggling. He's juggling his defensiveness, and he's juggling surrendering to his hurt and his pain and doing something about it. And the underneath push from that energy is we've got Sirius, which is your spiritual sun. We've got the sun, which is our physical sun. And we have a sword of truth, which is all of this astrological push. Something's happening. There's a force there somewhere. This push will cut away any rubbish that needs to be cut away for him to feel this push under this astrological influence. I don't think he's going to get through it without having some kind of question, divine feminine, of who you are and why you're stabbing him in his sleep, right? In the nicest way. That's huge. All right, let's draw some divine love oracle. That's a very clear message to me. I don't think I need to continue. It's like this is game on, and I'm seeing it everywhere.
Bring it, baby.
Every time I go out and about, it's like spirit is, and I'm going to keep posting them. Like if you check them out, if you don't check them out, I'm going to keep updating, because for mine, it's like I go, this is how I receive the channeling here, and then I look for the edification out in the real world. And at the moment, it's not hard to find. It is like in my face, not hard to find. Okay, Divine Love Oracle, who are you reading for tonight, darling?
What would you want me to do?
Who do you? I think I want to draw for the masculine tonight. I'm feeling it. I want to give him a sword of truth.
You just want to just a little bit further deeper.
I just want to twist it. Come on, masculine. I'll have a
You've
good
already got the sword through his heart, through his throat, and his head. But what do you want to do? Just twist them all.
I'm going to find
just make sure they're in there properly.
Yeah, I'm going to find a loving message. Do you want to draw one? It's not stalking. It's connecting via the void. So this is for the feminine? Okay.
As you wish, twist them swords.
Actually, look at this. The pin's through her heart. It's not a sword. It's a pin. She's healing, right? Now, here, this one's a tricky one. Okay, this is a tricky energy because this is about free will. And what's going to happen to you over the next little push is that your free will is going to be severely tested. Okay, now you made an agreement before you came down here. There's soul contracts around this stuff. So you made an agreement to go through these lessons. You made an agreement to understand pain. You made an agreement to learn about unconditional love. You made an agreement to learn about self-love, the divine, all of the above. Here is where you enact the contract, right? Now, if you tap out, as you wish. If you decide to run back to chasing, as you wish. If you decide to pursue your ascension, as you wish. Whatever you decide, your reality is built from the inside out. So whatever you think, feel, act, do, sing, say, all of it is going to manifest as your reality, and reality is 100% perfect all of the time. So what happens on the flip side of any, and this is all the time, but particularly now, as you're going through some really, really brutal lessons, you can do what I did, and you can tap out. You can say, no, not doing it, not doing it, not going that way, don't want to know. And I slowed things down, stopped things, got focused on other things, and went. The divine said, as you wish, as you wish. But did the lesson come back around eventually? Yeah, I probably slowed it down, but reality was right 100% of the time. When I exercised my free will, I was able to have a break from the journey. Did it come calling again? Absolutely. Could I have tapped out again? Absolutely. Could I continue to tap out? Absolutely. It will do as you wish. This time that you spend here, particularly in meditation and the information that you receive, I'm almost convinced that you're going to learn more and more and more about the powerful mind that you have, the powerful heart that you have, the powerful soul that you have, and the powerful mission that you are undertaking. Now, how you choose to move yourself through that, the results will be, I guarantee you, as you wish.
As you wish.
As you wish. You want your divine union? There's a process. It involves this void. Sadly, it involves this pain. It involves the understanding of the purpose of faith, hope, and love. You have faith in the divine, that the divine is pushing you through a life that is designed for your best intention. You have hopes for your future. You have hopes that you're not doing this in vain. And you have love. You don't just have love for your twin, you have love for the divine, you have love for yourself, and you have love for humanity. And how you manifest all of this on the other side of these big energies, your reality will be as you wish. Resonate on that, let it marinate. If you want to ask me more questions about these powerful, powerful, powerful ideals, more than happy to talk more about that. What did you get?
You were going for it.
Oh, divine masculine. Sorry. Sorry. I
Yeah,
thought I chose that one because I so resonate with it. As you wish, divine femme. I love this. Right. Sorry, I am excited. Do you want to choose one for the connection? Heart chakra opening. This is what we want to see. Look at this. It's a fight. It's a fight. It's a fight. But look at this figure. I don't like, they're very abstract. The way I make art is, by design very abstract, because that's where this journey took me to crazy places. So here, if you can see, there's a figure, right? And the ideal is that they are put together with all of these, particles and pieces, and that this heart opening, all of these soars through the heart. Look at this energy. Like when I talk to you, feel it to heal it, that's kind of what I'm talking about. This is a good representation of what that is. So if this is the divine masculine, there you see there's like a face, there's arms, there's a body, there's legs. Okay, there's our figure. And here, in this meditation space, it's going, where do you feel the pain? Right? I talk to you about this, and you go, I feel it in my heart space. I feel it in my energy field, in my heart space. Right? And then you go, like it's a piece of fruit, you come and you pick it, and you take that pain and you leave a gap, and you're able to put something else into that energy field. And my best recommendation is gratitude. It is a point of neutral that will fill that space beautifully. Doesn't matter what you're grateful for, fill it. But what happens is this heart opening. So when it's not blocked, it can then flow. And this energy, this heart opening energy, then becomes this. Your cup overflows. You start to feel love for the divine, love for the self, love for the twin, love for humanity, unconditional, unending love. It's a frequency that wants to flow into eternity. Our job is to tap into it and not put a finger in the damn wall and stop the flow. We want to take away these blockages in our heart space so that energy is allowed to flow. Now, when this heart opening card comes out, it suggests there's a process being undertaken. Just saying, where are they? Under here. There's a process being undertaken. that's looking to move some energy on. Now, if you know our readings well by now, you'll know I say, if you've got pain, if you've got a blockage, I want you to feel it to its full capacity. Locate where it is. I feel it in my chest. Now feel it deeper. Feel it broader. Feel it wider. Make sure you can feel it to its maximum capacity. And if this pain makes you cry, if this pain makes you scream, if this pain makes you want to punch a pillow, do it, because that gets energy moving. Look at these rain clouds down here. That's energy in motion. Energy is moving. Feel this pain to make it move. That's how it changes from pain, from suffering, to being able to function and bring new energy into your realm. Oh, you got to feel it to heal it. It's. I know it sounds like a throwaway line, like a tag on a cheesy movie, but feel it to heal it. Feel where these blockages are, release them, let them flow. Divine Masculine, you are in process. These, oh, you are in, I'm not twisting the knife. I would never do that. Never. You are in process. Okay, is this what you chose
Yes,
for them?
ma'am.
See this? Take your seat. Now, I made this particular piece of art. It was an installation that I did, and it was all about love that was misunderstood, right? Now take your seat. Here on the floor is the battlefield, the enemy, all of the things that come against love, right? And sometimes we want to sit in this seat. Do you see it's like a little bit lower, a little closer to the floor, little lower in vibration, and it's like this chair is like, it's probably hard to see, but it's quite beaten up, this chair, and that's kind of like where we've been, a lot of us. Like, we would both sort of acknowledge that, like, the journey's been a heck of a ride. And look at this chair, right? So for mine, in this energy that you're about to go through, this is what you've got over here. This is your soul space. And that it come out for the connection, I'm going to suggest that both of you are going to have to take a seat. Now, if you want to stay in suffering, Divine Feminine, wherever it is, you want to stay in suffering, chase. When this pain comes too much, chase. You want to stay in suffering, take a seat, chase. Sit in this low vibration where you feel like the only way you can, and I know it feels counterintuitive not to chase, but to take this lower vibe seat where all the damage sits, right? Where your broken heart, where your busted ego, where your abandonment, where your rejection, where all of those damages sit. You are way closer. And look, these words, you probably can't see them clearly, but they say things like battlefield and enemy. Where does it say? It says enemy in there, but it is like love is a battlefield. And I've made these installations about the twin flame journey, right? To sit in this seat where you're the chaser, you are closer to the battlefield, you are closer to the enemy, you are further from the divine. Now, I made this seat over here, and, you know, it's not probably easy to see in this, but this chair was perfect. I painted it to perfection. And it was red in energy, and it was, you know, alive, and it was vibrant, and there was nothing wrong, and it sat higher than this seat. And on it, in gold writing, I also wrote, love is. So to mine, love had two faces. Love had how I understood the divine and how I understood self-love and how I understood twin flame connections. And love is the way of the world when you're battle weary and you're told that the only way to hang on to a relationship is these desperate measures that we take to keep our person with us. So this card comes out as a very poignant message as what's about to come between us, because we talked, here's Taurus, here's Uranus, right? Here's the one that goes steady and stable and capable and with the divine. And here over here we've got the rebellious one that runs fast and wild and free and is closer to these energies, closer to the battlefield, closer to the adventure. This one is the seat that gets you closer to a higher form of love. This one is where you've been. Take your seat. Choose where you want to sit. Do you want to stay on this seat that keeps you in suffering? Or do you want to move to the seat that takes you closer to to union, closer to the divine. That's a really poignant message to finish that reading, because honestly, what you're about to go through is like a bunch of choices. You're a bunch of choices, and if one of them is take your seat, do you want to sit in high vibe or low vibe? Do you want to chase or do you want to hold ground? Do you want to chase or do you want to ascend? I think you're going to go toe to toe with it, both divine masculine and divine feminine. This feels like a tipping point, like a transition. And you're both being asked to take a seat. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to hold your ground and lean in on this? Because what's underneath it? What we're fighting for. Everything that you've worked for. Skadoosh. Skadoosh. Look at that. Both of you having the Ten of Pentacles. So it's all that work that you've done and your twin flame connection as well. And on that note, I think we've wrapped it up. This is, as you move through it, remember this card. What are you going to choose? Do you want this seat? Do you want this seat? It's up to you. Free will. Absolutely, because that was your other message. It'll be as you wish. The seat you choose, that's the reality that you'll live with. Like, reality will be right 100% of the time. Okay? And it will be perfect. So, look, and this is what I say to you. I want you to know that I sat in this seat. I chose it. So it's not a judgment from me. It's not. It's advice. It's reflection. It's looking back and going, yeah, I sat in this seat. I sat in this seat way too long.
We both sat in the seat.
We both did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really, this is where we wanted to be. But it got too hard at times and we tapped out and we said, yeah, all right, we'll sit in there.
Yeah.
We'll do this. So
we're not good company. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Go back in the oven.
Yeah.
Off you go.
I know you're baked, but don't get baked properly.
Yeah, go get sunbaked by the divine.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, sunbaked. Yeah,
all right, because we do want to listen to this reading. I'm being serious because I take this seriously because we've been through it and I want to give you the best advice possible with how we're reading it. Yeah. So, it's been a long reading. Let's wrap it up. If you do want to reach out to us, you can find us here on YouTube. Definitely leave us a message here, but Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, if you want to direct message us, we do our best to get back to you as quick as we can. And anything that you are directly dealing with, we do our best to deal with it in Messenger or those kind of platforms. But I am taking private readings as well. And if you are in time zone, we're in Australia, but I do my best to work with the time zone that you're in. If you feel like you need specific help to get through these scenarios, we are definitely happy to do private readings as well. If you reach out to us on those platforms, we're more than happy to work with you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't, just follow the links in the bio, and it would take you to whatever other platforms we have on social media, like Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and whatnot. But masculines don't think that just because we read from the feminine side that this is more for the feminines. This is also for you, the masculines.
It is. It's just an aspect.
Voice, just gotta learn how to put. You might be a freestyler and whatnot. You can freestyle, man. Learn how to talk properly and put some words, and communicate. Communicate is key. If you can sing and flirt with other women, do the same to your divine. String some words together, and with whatever's happening, Uranus and going into retrograde for all of this stuff, and with the Lionsgate coming up, the 8/8s, and Sirius Star, and all of this stuff happening, Taurus, and
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
See what you're going. Oh my God! There's this. There's this. There's this. There's this. There's this. There's this. There's so much.
There's so much. But I hope the message gets through to each and every one of you. And as Susie said, we do take private readings. If you want a private reading, don't hesitate to ask. Shoot us a message. Email us if you find the email link. However, or just in the comments, just reach out and just tell us. You want to contact and we'll talk privately. We'll work it out. We'll figure it out. But at the end of the day, I think this was an amazing read tonight, isn't it?
It was. Yes, it was, Governor.
Anyway, from me to everyone and again, thank you so much. And just a quick note before we go. In the next couple of days, we might not be able to be uploading videos or communicating. We are in the process of we're starting to pack to move into our new house right
I
now.
know,
So I
we're
just want
moving
to
house.
apologize if in
If
the
we're
next
less
couple
than
of
present.
present the next couple of days it's because we're doing the big move, we're packing and everything. So I think tomorrow
But
we'll
we'll do
start
our
back.
best.
Yeah,
Our promise is we'll do our best to keep our
yeah.
finger on
On
the
the
pulse
pulse
and
and
continue
yeah,
to connect.
yep, that's it.
But if we're a little bit slow, it's because we're packing.
Yeah. Don't. We will get back to you. We'll try and be as efficient as we can. But anyway, from me, cheerio.
And from me, goodbye in faith, hope, and love. Till we talk to you next time, it's bye from us.